Have you ever wondered what happens when someone completely different moves into your neighborhood? Well, let me tell you about the most exciting day in Featherfield Farm. In a cozy red barn lived 5 happy hens named Henrietta, Hazel, Holly, Heather, and Hope. Every morning, they clucked good morning to each other, shared their favorite seeds, and told funny jokes. Their coop was warm and welcoming, with soft hay beds and plenty of room to flutter around. One sunny Tuesday morning, Farmer Joe walked toward their coop carrying a special wooden box. The hens gathered around, their heads tilting curiously from side to side. What could be inside that mysterious box? Farmer Joe gently opened the box, and out stepped the most unusual bird the hens had ever seen. This new bird had a bright orange beak, webbed feet, and beautiful white feathers that shimmered in the sunlight. But strangest of all, instead of clucking, this bird made a completely different sound. "Quack, quack, quack," said the newcomer cheerfully. The 5 hens stepped backward, their eyes wide with surprise. They had never heard such a sound before. Henrietta whispered to Hazel, "That bird looks nothing like us." Hazel nodded and whispered back, and listened to that strange noise she makes. The new bird noticed the hens backing away and felt very sad. She had been so excited to make new friends, but now everyone seemed afraid of her. Her name was Dottie the duck, and she had traveled a very long way to find a safe home. "Hello everyone," Dottie said softly, trying to make her voice sound as gentle as possible. "My name is Dottie. I hope we can be friends." The hens huddled together, whispering among themselves. Hope, the youngest hen, felt sorry for Dottie. She could see that Dottie looked lonely standing all by herself. "Maybe we should talk to her," Hope suggested to her friends, but Henrietta shook her head. "She is too different from us. Look at her strange orange beak and those funny feet. How can we be friends with someone so unlike us?" For 3 whole days, the hens kept their distance from Dottie. They ate their breakfast on one side of the yard while Dottie ate alone on the other side. They played their games without inviting her to join. Poor Dottie spent her time sitting quietly by the pond, feeling very lonely indeed. On the 4th day, something unexpected happened. A sneaky fox crept into the farmyard looking for trouble. The hens were so busy chatting that they did not notice the danger approaching. But Dottie, who had excellent eyesight, spotted the fox immediately. "Danger, danger," Dottie quacked loudly, flapping her wings to warn everyone. "Fox in the yard, everyone hide." The hens looked up and gasped. Sure enough, a red fox was creeping toward their coop. Thanks to Dottie's warning, they all rushed to safety just in time. Farmer Joe heard the commotion and chased the fox away with his big stick. When the excitement was over, the 5 hens realized something very important. Dottie had saved them all. Even though she looked different and sounded different, she had shown them great kindness and bravery. Henrietta walked slowly toward Dottie, feeling ashamed of how she had acted. "Dottie," she said softly, "we owe you a big thank you. You saved us even though we were not very nice to you." Dottie smiled warmly. "That is what friends do for each other," she replied. "I hoped we could be friends from the very first day." From that moment on, everything changed in the barnyard. The hens discovered that Dottie was wonderful company. She could swim in the pond and catch fish for everyone to share. Her webbed feet made her an excellent dancer, and she taught the hens some amazing new dance moves. Her quacking actually sounded quite musical when she sang her favorite songs. Best of all, Dottie had traveled to many different places and knew the most incredible stories. Every evening, all the birds would gather in a circle while Dottie told them tales of faraway lands and exciting adventures. Soon, the hens realized that having a friend who was different made their lives much more interesting and fun. They learned that being different was not something to fear, but something to celebrate. Can you think of someone in your life who might be different from you? Remember Dottie and the hens and how much joy they found when they opened their hearts to friendship. Sometimes the most wonderful friendships come from the most unexpected places, and the best friends are the ones who teach us new things about the world. And so, Featherfield Farm became the happiest place of all, where every bird was welcome, no matter how different they might seem.